and then I'll share. Too many screens. Okay. All right, someone just text me if you guys can't see this. Just tag in the team page or whatever, or send me a text. So today we're gonna talk just about Beachbody coaching, and that it's very simple, but yes, it's hard work. And I know that we've had a lot of questions and concerns or whatever trying to run this group event for our upcoming challenge. And so today we're just going to talk about different, I want to say, traps that we as coaches can fall into. That is how we overcomplicate what it is that we do. And I know I've done this plenty of times in the past. And so I just want to help some of you guys from some of these pitfalls, and just to focus on the very basics. And I think it will make the way you talk to people a lot easier. And the more you talk, and we're going to talk about practice, the easier stuff becomes. So let me see here. Okay. So what is coaching based off of? The main things that coaching is based off of is your experiences, your personal story, and it doesn't just have to be a transformation story. It doesn't have to just be your Beachbody story. It's like your life. What things have you gone through that people are going to relate to you about? So it could be one tiny chapter in your whole story. You can break it down into those things. And so somebody's going to be able to connect with you and relate to you on specific things. So there was a chapter in my life where I struggled with an eating disorder. And so I will bring that up because it is kind of a big part of my story. It was a larger chapter of my story. And so I do bring it up periodically. So there are people that are going to connect with me. Either they themselves have gone through it, they're currently going through it, or I get a lot of people who message me and they're like, thank you for sharing, because a family member of theirs, and they're just like, I don't know how to reach this person. I don't know how to talk to them. When I do talk to them, I feel like it's walking on eggshells, which it's very much a lot of when you're in it and you're in the like the eye of the storm of it. And so I'm able to just share with people and connect with them on that way, even if they themselves aren't the one who's going through it. And then your journey through your fitness and your health. And so this is just a picture of as I was going through hammer and chisel. So that's why I say so important that every day you're sharing that you're working out. And a lot of coaches just assume in general, so not just Team NAD, but in coaches that I talk to a lot, especially like newer coaches that sign up on Team Powerhouse and stuff, they assume that because their coach publicly recognized them and welcomed them on Facebook, that everybody knows that they're a Beachbody coach. But we know with the way Facebook algorithms and stuff are, is not everybody is going to see all of your posts. So just because you posted one time that you were a coach, or your coach posted that welcomed you to the team, people A, have no idea what on earth that is. And B, they forget things, or they never see stuff. So they don't know that you're a coach. They don't know that you're working out every day. They don't know that you're doing home workouts every day. They don't know what those workout programs are. They don't know that you drink Shakeology. They don't know that you've lost weight, that you've lost inches, that you've gained confidence, that you have more energy, etc. That you used to not ever be able to do a push-up and now you can, or that you could do a pull-up now, or that you can lift 15 pounds versus 5 pounds. They don't know these things unless you share about them. And so every day I say in our challenge groups, I encourage our challengers to get into that habit of sharing in the group. And I'll ask them to talk about how are they progressing throughout the challenge? How are they progressing as they're going through the workouts? What are they noticing? Are they changing? And it's not always just a weight and in inches, but is it energy? Is it strength? How are they feeling as they're fueling their body? And all of those things are things that we as coaches can be sharing daily on our public pages to share with everybody, saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. So people start to know. And you guys know my first year as a coach was like a dud, right? I had very little people want to join me. I had very little success in running challenge groups. Nobody wanted to join a group. And I just said, I'm going to stick with it. I did every single thing that I was supposed to still be doing, and I built up traction. By year 2, So yes, year one wasn't great financially, but by year two, I had people who would come out of the woodworks, and they finally got to the point where they were ready to make a change, and they were like, I need to work out and I need to lose weight. Who do I go to? And I had been so consistent for a year that people say, you are the first person that I think of when I need help. And why? And it doesn't have to always be that I've reached out to them in the past, but they see my posts every single day. And so I've made it a very big point on my like page every day for over almost 2 years now. I have put a fitness video of my workout on there every morning. People expect it. Same thing on Instagram. It goes on Instagram, and then I come right to my Facebook like page and I post it. So there's always a morning fitness video, and people look for that. And I remember last year, I think I went away or something, and I didn't post on Instagram for 3 days. And I had about 8 messages from people saying, I was looking for your motivation this morning. And I'm like, dude, really? Because I didn't have a lot of followers. I'm like, okay. But people are watching. So you don't have to overcomplicate it. It's not that we're trying to share every ounce of what we do behind the scenes in this business. We are sharing, hey, we are normal business ladies, we're normal moms, we are normal whatever, and we are taking the time to do our workout, and this is what we're gaining from it. This is why I choose to work out every day. This is what I've gained since I started in terms of strength and weight loss, and my health is improved, and I'm eating better, and I'm able to help my family eat better, etc. So you have to share these things on a daily basis. So this is how people are going to relate to you off of your experiences, your journey, and your story. And your story, again, does not just have to be a Beachbody story. So those little chapters throughout your life that you can share. So who do we work with? We work with coaches, those who want to learn with us, learn from us, and do what we do so that they can go help other people. And then those who just want our help and to join our challenge groups. And I think that I've been doing a lot of YouTube. I tell you, I want you to go on YouTube and follow top coaches and other teams that put their trainings, because I've learned so much more from YouTube, from other successful coaches, than from anything else. And the number one thing that I've seen, and now that it's been over 3 years for me, is we get so fixated on trying to find coaches, but really your most successful coaches are those who have gone through the challenge group first. It's because we know that they've done a Beachbody program and they see that it works. We know that they have found Shakeology, they drink Shakeology, they love Shakeology, and they see how it works for themselves in their own health. So they see the value in it. Whereas you just pick some random person who you think would be a great coach on your team, but they've never done a Beachbody program, or they've never tried Shakeology. So it's much harder for them because this is their first time trying to go through it. So they don't see the value in Shakeology. So they're still looking at the price tag of it, and they're like, I don't know, I think it's another protein shake. Whereas once we've learned and we've gone through and we see the value in Shakeology, we know it's not a protein shake. It's not something you can go buy at GNC. There's so much more in there than just protein. And so I really do see that the customers, people who were customers first, and then they become a coach, tend to be the most successful coaches that we have, because they already have gotten used to a program in Shakeology. They've gotten used to posting every day in the challenge group. They've gotten used to thinking about not just losing weight in inches, but when we ask them to share about the energy and things that they can do now from when they started 3 weeks ago, or if they're in their 3rd or 4th round or whatever. So I really want you to not be so driven in terms of stressing about, I'm not finding anybody to be a coach. Focus first on helping people, getting them in the door, and that's your challenge groups. Your challenge groups are really the bread and butter of your business. So if you can get people in the door and you can help them, and you can help them see the value in our workouts and our nutrition plans and in Shakeology, and they love it and it works for them, they're going to be more willing to broadcast as a coach and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I signed up as a coach. And they're going to continue to post about their workouts and their Shakeology and their healthy recipes and their whatever, because they've already done it and they believe it. So you're going to have much more success. So I know I'm always still looking for coaches, right? And we hear that, build your team, build your team, build your team. But honestly, you really can't build your team until you've built your groups. And from your groups is how you build your team. So I really want to change some thinking on that and focus on getting people in the door and then focus on helping them first. And then I promise you that it pays off and they come back and join your team. Okay, so what are the most important things that you focus on as a coach? You want to build friendships first. So again, what does that mean? That's connecting with people. So just because you're posting every single day, that's not building a friendship just because people like and comment on it. It's taking it to those private messages. It's going to their Facebook pages and liking and commenting on things that they're posting about that's really important to them in their life. It's establishing some kind of relationship that's not just about Beachbody or health and fitness. Then it's doing your workout every single day and sharing that you've done a workout every single day. I've had several coaches who started and they never did much with their business and they quit. And then I'll talk to them months later and they're like, you know, nobody knew, like nobody would join me. And I'll always say, did you invite anybody? And they're like, well, no. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, but did you ever post about every day that you were doing a workout? And they were like, well, no. And I'm like, well, how are you going to know that? How would you know that the chicken is on sale this week at the grocery store if the grocery store didn't put out the flyer about that? How are people going to know that you're a Beachbody coach? How are people not going to know that you've got amazing results with Insanity Max 30 or 21-day fix? How are people going to know what Shakeology's done for you if you don't talk about it, if you don't share about it? And so, and the other thing that a lot of coaches use as an analogy is when you go to a new restaurant. People love food, right? Duh. People love food and some people are super foodies and they love to check out the newest restaurants that open up. So if you go to a restaurant and you had great service and the food was excellent, what do? You talk about it to people. You recommend it to people. If you go to a clothing store, like girls always are like 2 months ago, Victoria's Secret had put on like, if you bought a sports bra, you got shorts, whatever. It was like this huge sale. And it was all over Facebook. People were posting about it. People share. That's what we're in the business of doing, is sharing. So I always try to change that mindset. We're not selling somebody. We're not selling somebody something. We're sharing. We're sharing what's worked for us and we're sharing what they have a need. And let me give you a solution to that. I'm going to share this with you. And so what are coaches? So you got to build friendships. You have to work out and share about that. You got to drink your Shakeology, and then you have to be willing to learn. And I want to take that learn to a next step, meaning I have a great upline, but I also have made it my own mission to research everything that I can and learn anything that I possibly can outside of my upline. And that's why I recommend YouTube to you. There are so many things that I have learned from successful coaches, even coaches that aren't top coaches, but they share their team calls on YouTube, or they just make training videos for their team and they put it on YouTube and I found it. They could be a diamond coach, they could be a ruby coach, but they have something good to share that I've gotten a takeaway from. So I highly, highly recommend that. So you've got to be willing to learn. The second thing, running a fitness group, right? Running a challenge group. I'm really excited for this one. I think we're going to get a lot of engagement, and doing it as a team, I think is going to add to that. So if each person brings in a few people, that will really build up the team, the group. The next thing to do is sponsor a coach. And as you do that, you're building a team. You want to teach your team what you've learned, and then you want to help your coaches then teach their team as they build. But the number one thing with any of this is consistency. So as I said, my first year was basically a dud year, but I was super, super consistent every single day. I never missed a workout. I always posted about my workout, which is how my coach originally found me. I wasn't even doing a Beachbody workout really at the time. Most of the time I was going to the gym, but every morning I woke up and I shared having my coffee and off to the gym. And so she messaged me just because she was like, hey, you really love to work out. That's so great. I think you'd be great as a coach. You know, you're posting every single day. You're working out every single day. You're doing a lot of the things that a coach would do. And I wish I had said yes way sooner. I wish I hadn't said no. But consistency is really key. And then throughout my whole first year, I just stayed very consistent with the 3 vital behaviors and connecting with people and talking to people and always talking about my fitness, that when people were ready, they knew who to come to. How does coaching become complicated? So the simple things, right? The simple things with coaching, like we said, drink your workout. Do your workout, share about it. Drink your Shakeology. Talk to people and connect with them. That's your inviting. Doing your personal development, so you're learning, you're becoming a better you, and so that you can share that with other people. So here are the ways that we complicate it. We focus too much on rank. So I know the new coaches, the first thing we do obviously is get to emerald. Then from emerald, we always want to get to diamond. And from diamond, we want to get to those star diamond levels. And so when we focus so much on that rank, it can really bring us down and take us away from the reason why we're a coach and the heart of our mission as coaches. And it can distract us. So, and then it can really frustrate you because it's taking you so long to get to the rank that you were expected to be at, or that you said you wanted to be at. And so it makes you want to pull back in your business, or just say, or give up, because we get so frustrated and overwhelmed, and like self-doubt creeps in at that point. I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not supposed to do this. Maybe this isn't what's meant for me. And so we say, well, I'm just never good at this, so I'll never get there. And we just let those thoughts overcome us. Another thing people focus on is premier and elite. I'm not even going to go into how you qualify for those. I don't even know all of the qualifications that are in your Coach Online office, but those obviously are the most recognized at the end of the year if you're a premier or elite, and you get special gifts and qualifications, and you can sign up early for things, and you get extra dinners, et cetera, et cetera. So those are nice to achieve, but they're not everybody's goal. And so if you focus on trying to hit that, you can get wrapped up into all of the little nuggets and things to do that qualify you for those levels that pull you away from your team and what you originally created for the culture of the team, and why you coach and how you reach out to people, and it becomes so focused on that. Another one is if you see people who go on the Success Club trip. I was super fortunate this year that I had earned last year to go on in March to go on the Beachbody cruise. And so, but I remember the other 2 years watching people go on these the top 10 trips that the coaches go on. So those are the top 10 elite. We have 450,000 coaches on our team, and in the network. And only the top 10 get to go on this amazing trip somewhere. This year they're going to Bora Bora. And anyway, but the top Success Club earners get to go on the Success Club trip. And so I remember seeing that. Or there's special events. So even at Summit, right, there's the Success Club parties. And there's the, it used to be the 2-star diamond parties. Now it's based off of the leadership ladder. And so those things, if you get so focused on, oh my gosh, how did so-and-so get to go to that? I don't get to qualify for that. So that can really derail you and overcomplicate, and you get so fixated on, I have to hit this point, I have to hit this. You're so focused on that you lose sight of these other things, or recognition and moving up in rank, income recognition. If you focus on the top coaches, I have actually done so much better that I've unfollowed most of the top coaches like pages, and I will just a couple times a week go type in their name and just go to their page, so I don't actually follow them, and I'll see what they're doing, or I'll see if I learned something from them, and then I don't. And I feel like I've done better by not doing that, because they've been in this for like 8 years, some of them, and they have disposable income that I don't have at my fingertips, so they can hire a lot more outside help to help them with outsourcing and graphic designers and all these other things, or people who really understand helping their blogs rank really high on SEO and stuff like that. And so if I focus on, oh my gosh, look at that girl's ad. Her ad is amazing. Why can't I get my Facebook ads to get any type of traction like that? Look at all the comments on her Facebook ad. She's going to sign up like 50 new coaches this month. If I focus on those things, it really does pull me. It gives you a really sense of a negative attitude, and it pulls you away from those simple daily things to do in your business that I'm able to do and helping people. And then it becomes a numbers game. And then the other thing, Facebook newsfeed scrolling, or a lot of other distractions, that we lose focus of our daily to-do list. So what's your daily to-do list? It's those 3 vital behaviors. So you're doing your workout, you're drinking Shakeology, you're personally inviting and connecting with people every single day. That's sending out friend requests. And it's not just about the number of friends that you add on Facebook, because again, it's just a number. Same thing with your Instagram. It's not about how many followers you have. Are they like legit followers? Are you actually connecting with them? Are they somebody who could join a group of yours or join your team? So it's quality over quantity. And we see that and we're like, oh gosh, I have like 15 followers and she's got like 75,000. And we feel like so low after that. So you can't really focus on that. What's else on our daily to-do list? It's posting 3 to 5 times a day, adding value. And then it's not all fitness because it's so easy. We get excited. We love Beachbody. We love working out. We love everything health and fitness, but most of our audience doesn't, which is why we're here to help them. So if we're only vomiting fitness stuff all over our Facebook, that's all they will ever see. They're not going to be able to connect with us. So the one reason why they'll probably never join our group, because they can't connect with us about something else in our life. And so all of our posts should be adding value. So if you just lose track, there's that whole, in the file section in Team NAD, Janelle Summers had given us that critical core daily activities, and there's a whole list of things. If you never are doing those things, it's very easy to lose focus. They're super easy to do. Many of them are very simple. They would take 5 minutes. It takes less than 5 minutes to send out 5 friend requests, but they're easy not to do. And so losing focus on those daily tasks. Like I said, I did these daily things my whole first year, and it didn't amount to much my first year, but it paid off afterwards. So it's that whole compound effect. And then the last one is confusing your lack of practice for your lack of ability. So especially newer coaches, you haven't had much time or practice inviting people, having conversations with people, learning how to listen and then how to respond in a way that's helping them. What am I always trying to stress? You want to find out what their need is and what their struggles are and how you can help them. So I'm not throwing my Beachbody link at them. I'm not throwing, oh, it's $140, it's $160, it's $180, because we know they're just going to run as soon as they see that number. I want to say, okay, I've heard you. This is what you tell me that you struggle with. You struggle with portion control. This is what I have that's going to help you. This system is designed, it's portion controlled, it's color coded. You don't even have to think about it. You just measure your food, and if it fits, you get to eat it. And so, or time, a lot of moms I talk to, and time is their issue. They're busy, they work, they have kids' activities, anything longer than a 30-minute program. That's why we have all these new 30-minute programs, and heck, 22-minute hardcore is 22 freaking minutes. So everybody's got 22 minutes that they can do. I mean, you put a load of laundry in and watch it dry. That's 22 minutes right there. So again, it's lack of practice. It's not lack of ability. You just haven't had enough interactions with people. You haven't invited enough people. You haven't talked to enough people to feel like I don't have the ability to do this. And I see that a lot. So after like a handful, we just feel like we can't do it. But it's practice. It's practice. It's practice. All right. So what else is there as a coach? It's Success Club. And how do we earn that? So this is especially for newer coaches. Shakeology. If somebody says, I don't want a workout program, I just want to try Shakeology, I always say, okay, great. And I get them to sign up for it on home direct, so auto ship. That way, they save money on their shipping. And if they don't like it by the end of the month, we can cancel so they don't have to get it for a month too. But if they get it on home direct, you earn a point. A challenge pack, if they work, so it's a workout in Shakeology, you earn 2 points. And if you have a new coach and they sign up with a challenge pack, that's 2 points. So how do we go about achieving Success Club? It's those private messages. It's connecting with people. It's one-on-one invites. So I've talked to a lot of you guys, and I said, we've made the big group event, but A, not everybody sees it. B, they might see the image, but they're not going to read the description of what the group actually is. So they're not going to click going. They're not going to click interested. They saw the picture. Oh, that looks nice. It's a bunch of girls. And they're going to move on. They're not even going to sit there and read what the description is of the event. So what does it have? We have to then invite people one-on-one, personally invite them. And just because you invited their name to the group or to the event, Some people never see it. I know I don't get all the notifications all the time when I'm invited to somebody's event. Second of all, they see it, say they saw it first thing in the morning, and then they worked all day, and then they had kid activities, and they've already checked it, so it's no longer like a red notification on their phone. They forget about it. So this is where those one-on-one invites are important. And then if somebody does click interested or going, you still have to message them and connect with them privately, like, oh, I'm super excited that you want to join our challenge group. What is it that you're looking to achieve? I want to hear from them. I don't want to tell them what they're going to get. I don't want to tell them what I have to offer. I want to hear what their need is, and then I will tell them how I can help them. So that's how you go about achieving Success Club. It has to be about them first and how you have a solution for their need or for their problem. So it's not about going after people as a point or the point itself to hit Success Club. It's about connecting with multitudes of people. So you can't just ask, oh, I need 5 points, so let me just ask 3 people. If all 3 buy a challenge pack, that's 6 points. Well, we know that most of the time, those first 3 people are probably going to say no. And we know a no means not right now. It could be 3 months from now, next month, 6 months. I've had people, it's 3 years later, they're coming and knocking on my Facebook wall, and they're saying, hey, I'm ready. It's 3 years later, they're finally ready to make a choice to choose to live healthier. So you have to talk to lots of people, and you have to do it with a genuine heart, not getting sucked into rank advancement and points. It's, I seriously want to help this person, and if it takes me a little bit longer to get my income up, or it takes me a little bit longer to hit that Success Club, then it does. But I'm going to genuinely approach people with a heart of helping, and you have a solution to their problem. And then the last is kind of, what kind of coach do you want to be? So a hobby coach where, hey, if I can, sell a couple challenge packs, get a couple people into my group, get a bunch of base kits, people who just want to try a workout, they don't want Shakeology, get them in and run my groups or whatever, and just have that. So that little tiny retail is all I get, and that's fine. It's like a hobby. I enjoy this. I'm still helping people, and it's fun. Passionate coach, that you still start to research. You research how to be a better coach. You research a lot on leadership. My first year, I went to Summit that first year, and I listened to John Maxwell, and I fell in love with this man. And then after that, I listened to everything that he did, every other presentation he's given, his books on tape. He's got a ton of stuff that's free on YouTube. A lot of his stuff is geared towards leadership, and I soaked it in. I was like, all right, I know I have leadership qualities, but I can't get anybody to join me, so I clearly need to improve in something. So I just soaked it in. The next one, you want to earn a second income. So you're going to schedule specific business hours, and you're going to, as Shailene Johnson says, build a fortress around your focus. So if you have a regular job and you have kids, then between when you first wake up in the morning or between the time you finish your workout and the time you have to get the kids up, you have 30 minutes. And in those 30 minutes, that's when you're going to do A, B, and C on your to-do list. And then at lunchtime, you have a 30-minute lunch break. That's when you're going to do C, D, and F or whatever. I can't even do the alphabet on your lunch break. And then in the evening, after the kids have gone to bed, and it may be 8 o'clock, it could be 9:30. You have an hour that you're going to dedicate. Then okay, these are the other things that I need to do. Maybe you sent out some friend requests in the morning, and you now are checking it in the evening. And so you're just going to send that person a quick message and say, hey, thanks so much for adding me. You're friends with so-and-so. I haven't seen you since high school. Thanks so much for adding me. It looks like we have some mutual friends. I see that you're really into fitness. I love meeting other people who are into fitness. A quick, simple hello. I like to do that because stuff happens so fast. I don't want to wait a week, 3 weeks to get back to somebody after they've accepted my friend request, especially if I don't really know this person. Replace your income. So you're going to really invest in your coaching and helping your coaches because, that's where your bigger income comes. It's in that team volume. It's not from retail. And then a professional where you're mentoring others and you're treating your business like $1 million business. And then this picture comes around. I think Melanie Mitchell made it. And I like this one. So again, you're going to get coaches on your team who are discount. They drink Shakeology every month and they just want to save on their Shakeology. They want to save $15 to $20 on it. So that's what I offer to a lot of my clients after they've done at least a 30-day group with me. I'll say, how are you doing with your Shakeology? Are you want to continue with it? And if they say yes, then I let them know the option. They can either work the business or they can at least get the discount on it. They don't have to make any sales, and they save depending on where their state taxes, it's about $16 to $20 a month on their Shakeology. And then say they want to buy another program as a new program comes out, they get 25% discount. A hobby coach, so you have a full-time job, you love the products and you enjoy sharing them with others, and you can earn some extra income. And then there's this in between all of these two. So there's somewhere in the middle here or in the middle here. And then your business builder. You're all in. Like, you believe in this, you have a vision. I still have a vision for what this business is. Am I making anywhere near what I need to? No. Am I like at a stall right now? Yes. But I have a vision and I believe in it and I refuse to give up on this. So I'm all in. I am building a life of freedom. That is my goal. And I'm trying to grow a team that is doing the same. And my goal is anything that I learn, I want to teach you guys so that you guys can be successful as well. And I think that's it. Okay. So that's what I had. Let me see if I can stop this share. All right. So that's what I had for you guys tonight. Oh, we have less than a minute. I didn't even see that. So it's probably going to cut off on us. But if you guys have any questions about what was shared or anything else that you wanted to talk about, and we can talk in the team group because it's probably going to cut us off about the challenge group. But yes, if you invited someone to the event and they click going and you talk to them and then they don't want to purchase something, then we just won't add them to the actual group. So you'll always get people that say going to your events. It happens to me every month when I run one, and they don't actually join, so then they don't actually join my challenge group. That's why I just do the event thing first. So that's what I had for you guys tonight. Any questions? Anything you wanted to talk about? Yay, nay, good? You're all good? Yes. All right, well, it'll probably cut us off, and it's always weird when it does because I feel like I'm always in the middle of a sentence. So I hope you guys enjoy your night, and any questions, just post them in the team page.
Thank you.